Are we recording?
Yeah.
Cool. Welcome everybody to another episode of Down to the Beat. You're live with your host with the most, John and
Lifika, aka Charles Stacks, aka Char Honey, aka Feek Day, Feek Daddy. What it do, what it does.
and
Welcome
we're
to Down
back.
to the Beat.
We're back here at the House of Ensemble with a very special guest, our friend Kareem, the man in black, Johnny
Kareem.
Cash.
Yo.
Oh man, how are you? Everyone, give it
good?
up. Everyone, give it up. How are you, man? How are you today?
Doing good, bro. Just chilling.
I am
Thanks for meeting
disappointed
up
you
with
didn't wear
us.
black today, though.
I was gonna wear black.
You
and I
were.
was like, you know what? It's hot.
It is hot.
is
as fuck.
hot.
So a yellow
So I
sweater.
only went
Yellow
half
sweater
black.
was definitely the best color. Sweater's still definitely the best thing you could have done.
I'm like, I still got to keep the half black on too.
Ah,
Shoes
yeah.
black,
Yeah.
pants black. Let's go.
The man in black, bro. The man in black. Well, it's very exciting. We're having a very exciting podcast interview. I guess not interview podcast here today. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute since we had a guest.
Last time we
on the
had one,
pod.
we were here in the same room
Yeah.
with the Man City Fidelity.
Yeah, that's
Shout
true.
out.
Big
Shout
man.
out City
Shout
for
out.
the
OG.
space.
OG.
The OG, the Ottawa Don, bro. I gotta ask before we get into this:
Yeah.
is your name an ode to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
No.
No, the two
No.
threes in there is just like you just did that. Like
The 2 3s.
you didn't
I
think
just,
about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's name or
Does he do
number.
that?
His number is 33 in basketball, bro.
Oh,
like one of the
we're
most
talking about
famous.
a basketball.
Really?
You didn't know that?
I didn't even know that,
Dude, what?
That is so cool. I didn't
Your
even know
name's
that.
Abdul, like Abdul Kareem, bro. You put threes in it. I was like, wait, dude, this is genius. This is on so many levels genius.
You know what? I'm gonna take that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna tell everybody now. But
Gonna be a next project cover, next single cover.
Like I was like, oh, okay. Because I was
Yeah.
like, that's weird. And then I was like, wait a second. Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Abdul,
Okay.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 33. That's
Yeah.
genius.
Good eye, John.
Thank you. And then second question we got to ask before we really get into the meat of all this is on your song Cracked,
yeah.
is that a My Heart Will Go On sample?
No.
Do you know the song My Heart Will Go On from the
Isn't-
Titanic?
Yeah.
Do you
but
know
it's-
like the
It
flute
sounds
in there,
still
dude? It
similar.
sounds like
It
we were
sounds-
sitting there last night listening to it, and I was like, "Is this?" He
I
did
was
not.
like- I
He
was
did.
for sure someone chopped up. That
Yeah,
beat
we
and
just thought you
put
chopped
in
and
some
screwed
plugins,
some
yeah.
Celine
You know what?
Dion. I was
If
like,
it is,
no
if
way.
it is, I wouldn't know because the producer who did it, I don't even know him. I literally
Oh,
just
you just bought it, eh?
bought the beat because that was like the first track. I was like, I was in my feels too. Obviously, Cracked.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Let me just play a beat real quick.
Well,
I'm gonna
that's-
try to write, and then I was just
Yeah.
like, all right, let's record this right now.
That's sick. Yeah,
After,
no.
after the interview, I should play it for you. Like, just compare.
We
it.
compare
It
it
sounds-
because
We'll
we
do it.
sat there and did it 3 times last night, and we were like, "No fucking way, this guy's got Celine Dion samples and this shit, bro. Like, let's go, fire me up."
Okay. I'm gonna have to listen to that with you guys.
And if it's not, then you gotta get a
Yeah.
Titanic.
if it's not, I'm gonna do a remake.
Because, bro,
How
they,
about
they
that?
should use your album for the soundtrack of Titanic.
Yeah, I guess
Yo.
your shit gets me in the feels, bro. Just like Titanic, dude.
I've been trying to see how to get myself on a movie, bro. Just
Oh, wait.
Acting or
no, just
soundtrack?
soundtrack, bro. That'll be because so many. The show, this really good show. I started watching Euphoria.
Oh, dude.
The soundtrack for that.
That's dope, man.
Euphoria, that's with
bruh.
Zendaya and shit in it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
yeah. I ain't
That's
seen it.
Executive producer.
Fire
shit or
show,
something.
bro.
It's good, eh?
And just the music just elevates it.
Yeah.
Right. And
Even
it's
just like what's the camera like angles like it's so Blu-ray HD like kind of vibes.
4K.
Like,
They
shit.
shot it.
Yeah, it looks
shit.
Bro, they
crazy.
shot it like a theater play.
Oh,
They shot it like
yeah,
a theater play, and it's like it's a whole ass TV show,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
It's just it's sick. The
Yeah, you get
elements
some
in
movie
that.
doobies on that.
Yeah. Fuck, what was it? Would you act? Would you ever act?
Yes.
You would act?
Yes, I would act.
I feel like that's the whole thing with a lot of artists in the music industry is like this is just the beginning. It's all
It's a
about
stepping
branching
stone,
into
man.
other shit.
Bro,
also,
like, my plan for myself is to be able to do whatever I want.
where-
Right.
Triple
So-
threat. Dance, sing,
Literally,
and act,
bro.
baby.
I'm a decent dancer right now. We're gonna take
No,
up the
let's
steps.
go,
I'm trying to
let's
beat
go.
Chris Brown, like, you know,
Impossible.
flips right on the spot. But yeah, I'll definitely act. I'm actually working with the Skeleton Key Theater Company right now, and we're currently writing part of a play for them, and
Oh, wow.
hopefully if
Are you doing? You're doing the music for it?
yeah,
Oh, wow,
so we're
okay.
just sitting and just taking time writing. I'll record and stuff
Yo,
with
they
them.
were at the listening party,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I
Oh
met
wait, those two
guys.
folks. Yes, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
the
They
guy
came-
and the girl.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
came through it just to like see me for the first time, watch and all that. And
You guys have been collabing since then.
literally.
Nice.
So
Wow.
we're
No, they were really good people. group of people.
Yeah, they were nice.
Yeah.
That
Everything
whole
works out well
event, bro,
February.
like, was networking central. Like, it was sick.
Dude, that was sick. That was a great time.
'Cause-
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Okay.
First
You
of
guys
all-
lead.
That's my
First of all, we're not done introduction yet.
Okay.
But how did you? First of all, who are you trying to sound like? Like, are you trying to sound like? Do you model yourself? Like, where are your inspirations coming from?
Remember I asked you that during the...
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the inspirations kind of come from a lot of different artists I've listened to over time. From the start, the closest person my vocals were mirroring were Khalid.
Well done.
You guys guessed it?
Yes, sir, dude.
I'm gonna buy you a fucking drink.
I was like, yo, it's kind of Khalid. Yeah,
Dude, as soon as he said that, I was like, whoa.
I was like, kind of looks like Khalid too, with no facial hair. Like, I was like, it's a clean flat top, bro. Like, it
because
looked like
I
Khalid.
literally was just like, I remember covering like Young, Dumb, and Broke, and like his vocal range was like, it was hidden for me. I was like, yo, this is light. I can do this, right? So mirroring him, and then moving on, starting to find almost like a spot for myself to sit almost behind that, and then when I took my vocals, literally when I took my vocals high up, I could almost mirror John Legend. So I was like, you know what? Let me just find a good little spot in there for that was a Everyone. So if you hear it, that's like now my proper sound, like just that's Kareem, right? So it's like the combination of like the cool calm with like the full singing. I'm not gonna like burst out singing here.
That's
but,
right.
like,
You can kind of tell that's where you get to that being the last track on the album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can see how you grow. Like, we'll get into that too. Just your growth through that album. Like you've explained, it's a story from years, right?
Oh yeah.
But that's my favorite track off the album for sure.
Is Everyone.
Is Everyone?
He
Yeah.
said
And
that.
I thought it was a perfect last song. How'd you get into music?
I've been loving music since I was a kid.
What you grew up listening to?
I grew up listening to afro-beats, man. Like, I remember, actually, no, that's why. I grew up listening to my mom and my grandma sing. That's what it was, right? So they used to listen to Fuji, which is like a traditional, like, Nigeria, like it's like deeper Nigerian roots type music, right? And it's very traditional drums feel, and they used to go to parties with that. And what it was the artists actually never used to really record their they never used to record their own songs, right? So they go and they perform, like practice, and then when they go to a wedding or something, with the people around, they start freestyling with their names, start just vibing with what's happening. I think one time I seen someone, like one of the artists, they told him, like, you know when, like, have you been at a party where it's like, oh, someone's car is blocking this person?
Yeah.
In the middle of his set, he sang it out, and I was like, bruh.
Plate number 4322, you're blocking the Mercedes
Exactly.
Benz.
The person driving the Honda Civic, license plate 684 GKA. You need to fucking move.
Right? So literally, I grew up listening to that, and then I got into like Usher, Sean Paul,
Let's go.
and them, Sean Kingston. For a little
Sean
minute,
Kingston.
for a little minute,
Let's
Justin
go.
Bieber, just that baby track was pretty fire. No, I'm gonna lie.
One
Baby
time was
slap,
fire,
bro.
bro.
Baby
One time, I'm gonna
slap.
tell you one
No,
time.
for sure.
Yeah, so
I used to get
listen
roasted
to that.
for jamming that shit, bro.
Yo, it was fire. It was fire. So
And then boyfriend, he can't, like, that's when it stopped. Like, I was done after
that's
that.
when he literally just went down
It's when he
tattoos
started
path. You know,
pissing
just,
in buckets and stuff. And
yeah,
disrespecting Anne
yeah.
Frank.
I think that was when Usher was like, I don't know what I just
Yeah,
did.
I don't know this
They
kid.
created a monster.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Usher, man.
You fucked with Usher.
I fuck with
I
Usher.
still fuck with Usher.
Yeah,
Did you
I
hear his new song "I Cry"?
No.
Ooh, bro,
damn.
it's classic Usher.
At the release thing, didn't you? You said your inspiration is Usher Raven.
Usher was really, because when I first started being able to be like, I can sing modern songs.
Yeah.
You know, like Usher, T-Pain, and you stand in front of a fan and you're just like feeling yourself with the nice
Yeah.
auto tune, bro. Like,
It's different,
bro. I remember. I think I still remember to this day. I used to try to do the music videos where he danced in the rain. So when it rained, my mom would be like, what are you doing? You're going to get sick, bro.
You're going to get an ear infection.
In the middle of the house, just like,
Like you remind me.
Fallen so many times in the shower trying to recreate those music videos.
Literally spend like 40 minutes just going off.
I love it.
Yeah, so literally from listening to them and then vibing to them and then doing covers. That's how I got into music, bro.
So you've been R&B right back to your root, like right when you started. Like
I've been loving R&B.
Been a singer,
I've been loving R&B, and then I think I came here and then fully got a dose of the rap because I moved here in 2013, and I slowly started listening to J. Cole, and then I'm still so sad to this day. I missed him at Folk Fest in 2014.
Oh shit!
Like because I remember someone was like, yeah, J. Cole performed in Ottawa. I was
That's
like,
fucked.
no,
I would have been there.
I was like,
Kanye
no, he
did it too. Kanye did Blues Fest one year.
Exactly, and I was like, it's like, I was
on the Yeezus tour.
I was warming up myself with the raps, but yeah, got into trap and got into all of that, and then from there I just kind of been learning.
Now you've just been
exploring and creating my own, you know.
Cool. You had an incredibly unique upbringing. Can you explain that to us?
Damn, I don't know how to start.
Like in terms of like how you came to Ottawa and stuff.
Yeah,
how I came to Ottawa.
You
Okay,
moved here in 2013. Let's talk before 2013.
Yeah.
Before 2013, traditional family stuff. Like I was born in Nigeria, Kano, Nigeria. So that's more of like the northern part. And then we moved to Lagos City, which is, I call it the Toronto of Nigeria.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
Poppin' City. The Poppin' City.
Yeah, bro. So it's we went to school there. It was me and my 3 sisters. So I got 2 older sisters and 1 little.
Yep.
And then mom and dad. And then we kind of just, it was a vibe, right? I was this young, spoiled little kid and just vibing and growing up under like, very disciplined, hardworking parents. Like my dad was a customs officer and my mom still till this day owns her own company. She's been running for like 20 years.
Shout out.
It's like clearing and forwarding company. So if like she basically had clients like from overseas and she'd just clear their, like if let's say you're trying to transport a car, bring a car into Nigeria.
Yeah.
She deals with the like shipping, all that, customs, get you through.
And your pops is in the customs. I see that shit.
It's a family business. Nigeria.
Exactly. So yeah, I think having the Nigerian element and also being Muslim has done a lot for me and the type of person I am. I feel like being back home, also going to private school as well, there's this amount of discipline and
we had to wear like what, blazers and shit,
bro.
Like full number ones.
I remember our uniform. If you're a junior, the uniform is you wear shorts and you wear a button-up white shirt with a bow tie.
Oh,
and
bow
then,
tie,
bro, bow tie. And then there's a vest, and then you'd wear a blazer on that.
Damn, it must be a hot
sailor, bro.
with the gray socks. And
yes,
everything.
bro. And you always had to have a clean, short haircut.
Yeah, it can't be like
bro.
over the ears, cross the eyebrows. I know.
Nah, bro. You went to private school too?
I went to like an all boys boarding school, and like we had to wear blazers, shirt, tie, everything all the time. It was bullshit.
it was, but like it's done so much for me now. Like if you like, I can't go out the house with like a wrinkled shirt.
Oh man,
I can't.
Like going out in sweatpants. My mom would beat my ass, bro.
like it's hella
boarding school, but I know what you mean. You just have those kind of standards you hold yourself to.
Iron your shirt, be punctual, like all that stuff.
It definitely taught me to like respect everyone around me, like greet everyone around me, like. I still call people like sir and ma'am, and they're like what the fuck? Don't call me that. Like, I'm not old. I'm like, oh my bad. This is what I was raised on.
Coming here and then meeting parents. Like, I'm gonna give you guys this unique experience. My mom came through. My sister runs a media company, and she filmed a documentary. So my mom came for the premiere.
Saying that,
you guys should check out winged.ca. Amazing company.
Definitely.
But so she came through to watch the Creatorland premiere. It's a documentary about creatives. And when she walked in, there was like this vibe, right? But the reason there was this vibe is because of the way we were treating her. Right, so they were like, "Are you guys like royalty or something?" I'm like, nah, bro, but like the respect, like the respect that we had, like she like when she was walking to her room, bro, I had her bag, like I was making sure everything was clear. Literally, she sat.
Take off your hat when someone comes, like, nah, I know it, bro.
She sat. If she calls me, I'm coming. Like
I'm fully like rebelled against that shit.
No, no 1 second, mom. Like, no. It's like. It's that extent. And then like when I was meeting my friend's parents, it was almost like I was like, okay.
Yeah, I'm
and
ready.
They're like, what are you doing? Like, I have to be like, like.
But my boys' parents would love me for that shit because I'm just the most politest kid in the fucking world, So just keep doing it, bro.
Toot that horn some more.
That's what it was, yeah.
And then you moved here in 2013. Were you moved here just with your sisters?
So my sisters actually came before me. They lived in Toronto for a bit, went to school, and then came to Ottawa U. Oh, okay. And then I came through just better education system.
You were 13?
Yeah, and a better chance for just going up to be stronger.
Yeah. But your parents are still back home.
Parents still back home. Extended family still back home. Little sister still back home.
So you and all your siblings just moved into one spot here.
See, me, myself, and my two older sisters. Yeah.
Wow.
I live with one of them, and the other one's based in Toronto.
Okay. Wow. So that's the one we met at the.
Yeah, that's the one you met. Yeah. My manager.
A beautiful man.
Yes.
Kindest person.
Oh, she's so sweet.
Yeah, so hospitable and everything.
Yeah. So moved here, and then kind of just learned.
Wow, that's crazy.
With all the discipline and culture, just
throw a black boy in the Western world, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's go.
How does that upbringing, like how has your early life played a role in your creativity today?
I think without me having that kind of upbringing and that type of discipline early in my life, I don't think I'd be at this particular spot. Like a lot of things, like something I hear often is like, "Yo, you're so hardworking and this," and it's like, if I go back home, this is like bare minimum type of thing. Like sometimes, So it's having that kind of discipline, like it enabled me to be like, yo, this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna stick to it regardless of the consequence, right? It almost made me a very, very like individualistic person sometimes, because like if it's like a
bro, I swear to God, last time we did an interview here, there was the same goddamn neighbors on the roof.
Yeah, just like fucking deadlifting. Just deadlifting, bro. Deadlifting and doing jumping jacks, I swear to God, for like 10 minutes.
But
we need a broom. Literally, keep her down up there.
But yeah. So I can like it honestly can throw people off too sometimes because let's say like uni, bro. When I came into university, like my first year, because I even took a year off, so I wasn't at the same level as my friends. Right. So my first year, I was almost like kind of like a loner because I was like, yo, I'm trying to get A's and blah blah blah. So when I started meeting people,
grinding.
I was grinding hard. So when I started meeting people,
bro. That's a disciplined man sitting across from us there.
I started meeting people and they're like, "Yo, let's go out." And I'm like, "Nah, I either got to study or like I'm going to studio." It's like, "Where's your studio?" I'm like, "My studio is like at home." Like,
crib.
It's like, "Oh, you're gonna be alone?" I'm like, yeah. So and it's like it's kind of like a weird like
introvert kind of vibes,
introvert kind of vibes, but like when it's time to have fun, we'll have fun. But it's just being able to be that individualistic. To me, I pay it just to that discipline and that kind of just like knowing.
That's the responsibility your mom gave to you also, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a good shoulder on your chest. What is the expression?
A good head on your shoulders.
Good head on your shoulders, man. It. Like for real. I'm also like an international student here, and my parents wish I was taking it seriously. I can tell you that,
bro. Especially the fees, bro.
Yeah, hey.
Yo, I still don't understand why we have to pay.
I'm actually trying to fight that, bro, because especially now, because like with COVID going on and stuff, I'm still getting charged with all this bullshit. So, yo, Carlton. I'll deal with you later. But I got
an interview to do right now.
Seriously,
I'm coming for you next.
Seriously, but yeah. So having like a strong presence as a parental figure, and then having strong presence as siblings,
It's also sick you got your sister.
Did your older sisters kind of take on that mother role almost when you came here?
Yeah.
I mean, to come here is 13. I can only imagine. They're gonna be protecting you and looking out for you the best.
Hell yeah. So. I remember thinking things were sweet. Like I'd go out to like, cause I actually became friends with one of our neighbors, and he just lived like a separate building, but it was kind of like a Lee's area. Like close to Ottawa, a little bit. Main Street, close to Main Street. So it can sometimes be a little bit rough, but like I'd be coming home at like 2-3 a.m. and they're like,
from his place.
Yeah. They're like, you're not doing that anymore.
This guy you're hanging out with.
Right? So stuff like that until I was like, until I was like 17 or something, 18, and then they're like, okay, this guy he's actually understanding what's going on, and like I can like I had to mature quick, but like I matured quick for the best. So
I was just gonna say, like, you come across much older than 20. Not only like in your music, but sitting across from you here right now.
Dude, I'm 24 and
you're the man, bro. And boobs are still funny to me every fucking time, dude. Like, I feel like you're on a higher level of that comedy, right? Why'd you grow up so fast? Do you regret that at all, or?
I'd say I regret it just for like maybe like 5%, just because.
Just wish you had a little bit more fun or something.
Just like that. A little bit more fun, because there's some relationships that have been messed up because of that.
Too serious.
Like I can't like.
But that's that Jordan mentality, bro.
You don't got time for that.
They
bullshit,
can't keep
dude.
up. Get the fuck out of here,
bro. Like I used to be close with a bunch of people, and like them now is like, yo, they mostly just kind of play video games and smoke all the time, and I'm like, yo,
that's not what I do.
I'm like even if
I feel attacked.
I'm not sweating. You're sweating,
no, bro. But look at what you're doing though. You got a podcast going on, right?
Yeah.
So it's just I want that aspect of creativity and growth in a relationship. Like regardless, like if we're acquaintances, if you want me to hang out with you often, like yo, let's do something productive. Like we can have fun while being productive.
Definitely,
that was my thing, and like it
Look
just
at us right now.
it took people off guard to me, and it's just that's the only percentage I miss. Aside from that, I love it.
Do you regret any of those bridges you burned?
Yes, because I'm a very loyal friend, but no, because I'm thriving, bro.
That's the mentality.
Good, you know. So
can you briefly just explain your evolution as an artist before we get into your album? Because your album tells the story of you as an artist, I think, very well. And we're going to go track by track and kind of get into it.
Cool.
But I want to just know, in your eyes, how have you evolved since you've started?
Okay. I'll try to see if I can explain it properly. Okay. So when I started, it came from a place of hurt. Like, I remember I just had a nasty ass breakup. And singing has always been like, yo, it makes me feel amazing, right? So I was kind of like, yo, I think my band had just kind of like fallen apart too as well. They weren't taking it seriously. I wasn't really like controlling anything, so it was just eh. So I decided, yo, I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna try, and that's where the music came from, right? So all the hurt, whatever I felt, and all the confusion, I wrote it down. And then recorded it. That's where you get Cracked. So you get Some Say.
Was that your first single?
Yeah, Changes. Cracked is my first single. First thing I ever wrote.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Little that melody forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it came from that place where it was just like, it's dark, it's so and so, and then eventually I started just falling like deeper in love with music. So wanting to have this be the thing I do for the rest of my life. I think Nipsey was saying, like, there's a point you reach where you just sit and you look at what you're doing, and there's like this gut feeling that's like, yeah, I could do this forever.
Yeah.
That I hit that point right before I decided I'm gonna finish my my debut EP, and I was like, you know what, I'm actually gonna like take this seriously. So after I built Woke Studios, I decided, yo, I'm gonna come back hot, right? So I did a show at Alt Hotel, 2-hour show. I only had 3 songs out. I performed like 8 unwritten songs, and then like did like 10 covers, and it was just a place of love for just like, okay, this is this new thing that it's not new, but it still stays new, and it's just it allows me to express myself deeper, and it's something that I feel happy doing, you know, and it's just so it went to
job you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Literally.
So it went towards that, and then it now has become the vice for me to show people who I am and to say whatever I want. So towards after this chapter, I guess, is I feel like I'm in a space where I'm going to be coming from a point of almost protest music, which
Soldier Man.
Yeah.
That's so just that. That got me going, bro. I was like, play that, run that back. You played it again. I was like, yes, let's go.
Yeah. Cool. So that's I feel like that's a gradual evolution. So pain, and then discovery, and then understanding, and then now it's become my music has become my microphone and speaker.
Like, are they jumping fucking rope? Is that what they're doing out there? That's all that could make sense right now.
Are they like a fitness studio?
Is there CrossFit going on?
Kettlebell, fucking weight training.
That's what I was gonna say, man. That just after going to your listening party, after listening to your music and meeting the people there, and how you were saying the songs you were performing and everything, you really move with love, bro. Like,
it's very it was a very wholesome
love and
night.
abundance is really surrounding you throughout all this journey, and that's awesome to have that support group.
Let's just talk about that night just before we get into this album. But that night was I found super cool because we're just getting familiar with all the faces and names in Ottawa, right? So when we walked in there, I felt like the new guy. You know?
100%.
Like, everyone else was
talking,
dapping up and shit, and like I'd introduce myself to everyone. But by the end of the night, I was like, man, I just made like 30 friends. Like that was a good night, and it was just cool to like kind of see, because like, I don't know, we're starting to see trends in names of who works with who knows who, seeing the same faces, hang out with the same people, right? And I thought it was a super cool night for that, and it was a very wholesome night you put on there. So props to that. I think
the most important thing, especially when it's art, you gotta have love with that. Like,
bro.
Love in that like creativity support. What kind of army and stuff we're trying to form? It's almost similar to what City's doing, and I'm seeing if I can just like add some firewood to that flame, because it's a sense of Ottawa has so much talent and it has so much love for music. They just the audience members need to understand their place as audiences and how they would come in to support artists, then the artists need to know how to feel that love within them, and it's just that's what we're trying to,
it's a reciprocal
build,
relationship,
exactly, because if you performing and people are just looking at you like this, like they're gonna be like, okay, I guess this is not my audience, but like low-key Ottawa will do this in their head. They're like, yo, this is amazing, right? But only 2 people will come and tell you, and you're just like, well, I just did horrible, you know. But
that's so wild.
How do you feel about being a 20-year-old artist in Ottawa?
I feel with the position I'm in, I feel like I have not too long of a way to go, but I have a lot of places to show my face at. That's what it feels like. It feels like I have to almost go like a salesman and just like, I'm Kareem. Like, you know what I mean? Right? So it's just like, and this is what I do, and this is what so it's like, it's not like age to me has always been like this. I think, when I hit 17, I stopped caring about my age, because I was like, obviously, to an extent, I'm way past this.
You're physically 17, but not 17. Mentally.
Because I was hanging out with 17-year-olds before, like.
And then you were like, I don't want to hang with these guys.
My friends, like my close friends now, are way older than me. Way, like, I think one of my close friends now is 28.
So like because my biggest fear is like getting old, right? You know what I'm saying? Especially like getting old and not achieving much, you know? So like, I just want to know is like, A, are you scared of that? And B is like, what do you determine as success? You know what I'm saying?
How do you stay young?
How do I? Okay.
Triple-barreled question. Damn. Triple-barreled question. You don't get many of those.
Okay. I am scared again of old, but not the type of old you're thinking. I'm scared of like getting to 80 years old and someone having to help me, I don't know how I'm
Fuck
gonna deal with that.
Like,
that's gonna be so.
I'm out at 80,
bro.
Out at 80.
Like when I see people who would be like, oh, when I'm 80, just put me out. I'm like, why would you think that? And then like, I work with I work with like 80-year-olds. Like I see them and I'm like,
the last thing I need to see is going on Facebook and like see someone posting pictures like this old man was eating alone at the restaurant. And I'm like, fuck off. Like, I was just stoned and want some Donald's, bro. Or like when you see the old people sitting in the middle of the mall, like on the benches, you're like, why, dude, like, go home.
Half my friends are dead, bro. Just leave me.
That's what's sad.
See, so like
on some Uzi shit. All my friends are dead, baby.
So that's the type of old I'm scared of. The success aspect, I recently just discovered that, especially with music. I'm working with this theory. Let me know if I'm in the skies too much.
Okay.
So my theory is the world was actually made for everyone to do whatever they want. But at some point, the people who understood that, damn, we can actually do whatever we wanted, decided, yo, I have to build something. But when they got to that point, they're like, well, I need people to help me build these things. So now they created these things, I call them skeletons. They created this little skeleton, and they're like, and then they just kind of trick people. So skeletons are institutions, and they're like, okay, this is what you have to do to get to this certain level.
And go to school and shit. Like,
go to school, you have to get a degree, get a job, get this classification, and then you can get the perfect life.
Good. Yeah.
Right? And then perfect life is relative to you.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just these institutions have come up, and I learned it from going to them. Like, I remember working at a lower income job and being like, yo, I can't wait to upgrade. And I upgraded, and I was like,
this isn't it.
What? Like, you still don't know what you're doing? You're at this level, like, whoa, what is happening? Right? So it's just it's just that feeling. So I was like, okay, even in music, right? They just put a skeleton around it. At every branch in music, there's someone trying to take money from you. There's a promoter.
That's everything, though. Wouldn't you say?
The guys, there's someone building the stage for you. Pay me, like, and it's this. You know, it's just that's where the hustle comes from, right? They took away that form of like, I just want to make music and share with people. They turned it into like a whole institution,
what scares me, bro. Like, because this was meant to be the passion. This is what I love, but now it's turning into like the grind and like, oh no, it's work now. Like, I don't love it anymore as much as this is not what I signed up for, kind of shit. You know. Like,
so seeing that, I had to kind of cool off a little bit and define what success was to me. And as an artist, I feel like the path and the direction I want to go into, I want to be able to travel with my music, meaning I want to be able to go to like Belgium and meet people and sell out, like, you know, like I'm not like 100% like I want the Grammys, like I just want to be able to have that deeper connection with people. I feel like when I close my eyes as an artist, I see the main image I see is like when you're in the middle of a stadium and like people got their flashlights on and it's like fireflies,
that type shit,
you know, because that is deeper than, oh, you're a star. That is like everyone's connected on the same wave, and the vibe that you have brought it's allowed people to take 2-3 minutes out of their whole life to connect to each other, sing the same song, and believe they can be somewhere else and they can be whoever they want to be in that moment, right? So it's like that's what I want to be able to do as an artist, right? So it's like it's along that line. So that's my success matrix, right? So getting that point where I can sustain myself and my family through art, but I could also connect to people. You know,
beautiful answer. How do you stay young? That's the last.
How do I stay young?
How do you stay young in your head?
It doesn't look like you're trying to stay young though, right?
Yeah. But you gotta be trying to stay youthful.
I mean, in terms of like health wise and stuff, but it looks like the mind is gone. You know,
bro.
Like,
how I try to at least stay young a little bit, obviously, is I have friends who still like love to dream that like just basic ass dream. And, you know, it's difficult to stay in the closet all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I love it. Like,
just that's like, what your 20s are for. Also,
let's
man.
chill.
Like,
let's turn off a little bit. So I have friends who do that, and also when music start becoming like work, I go and perform. It seems like I'm working, but I'm not. I turn it off, and I'm like someone forgot a way for me to perform, so I could just practice and go to perform. Because the part I love the most is being able to stand up and sing the song. So performing that, just like I've turned off my brain and I've just turned on the art aspect, and that keeps me young. That keeps me like a baby. Like
I feel like that's like just that would be the scariest part for me, bro.
That's the scariest part for you.
If I was to go perform
really? I've been performing for a hot minute, so I feel like that's what it is. But there's I
guess also because you actually can't sing, right? Like
I think my friend always says, "How do you do it?" Because there's a weird distinction that you have to make as an artist. I'm not sure if a lot of artists have talked about it, but I know they do it. I have my friends call me Abdul, or like just on a regular, we just call me Abdul. And then when I go on stage, it's Kareem, right? So it's just like a different
split personality.
There's like a switch. I feel like it's good for your mental health to have that low stability, right? So it's like when you want to go on stage, just switch, right? So it's like that.
Do you find there's enough outlets in Ottawa for you to be able to kind of perform and get your name out there like that?
There's not enough.
No.
There's not enough for the amount of talent that we have. Yeah. And I feel like Ottawa is in this position where there's a bunch of there were a bunch of artists that were popping for a hot minute, and now they're older now, or most of them have government jobs, and it's a hobby. Yeah. Right. So the young ones coming up don't have anybody to really look up to, so they leave the city. And the ones who stay in the city see the artists that are main Ottawa artists in a government job, and then when they want to perform, they pull up in like shorts and a t-shirt, and then they're just like kind of like walking around the stage. So like there's that aspect of it, and then the companies within Ottawa who provide the spaces, it's a business, so like you need to be able to pull someone who has tickets. They're bringing people from outside of the city. So now as a young artist who's ambitious, you're like, oh well, if I want to be able to be big in Ottawa and perform everywhere and get them to pay me, I either have to leave the city or I have to age somehow. So it's like, so we need to give the young artists a chance, like, and that's what Woke Studios is trying to do.
I was just gonna say, what are you doing as a 30-year-old trapped in 20-year-old's body to advance this city, make it better for the 20-year-olds?
I'm putting quality over quantity,
like we were talking about,
right? So I'm making sure when they look at my Spotify, when they look at my IG, when they look at my music video, they're not seeing like a boom microphone like inside. They're not seeing 2 monthly listeners. They're not seeing 26 followers.
10,000. Jesus, how?
They're not like, like when they look at it, they're like, oh, this is proper. This this guy's actually taking it seriously. I feel like that's what, and that's all obvious. That's all shout outs to my older sister. Like both of them, they're my team. One is my manager, and the other is like, she's a manager too as well, but she's almost like the she does the fits, she does the Instagram layouts, she does the
fits. It's just all black. What do you mean the fits? It's just all black. What do you mean the fits, my guy?
You gotta wear the right black t-shirt though.
Either should have a collar, polo neck.
Yeah. She does a jewelry. She does like even to an extent she checks out the beats. Nice. Make sure
she's like your conscience almost. Oh, that's cool.
So it's that's what I'm trying to do. And like anyone I meet, like the Soul Poet, I work with him right now.
Right.
He helped me elevate my game. I'm here for like, if he like, yo, let's elevate together. Always growth, right? I'm not like, if he spits,
he's on that same mentality.
If he spits like a weak bar,
you'll tell him,
bruh. Nah, bro.
That was like City was saying too, like it was almost like people wanted to, like, people come up and then kind of just forget, like they want to just see themselves come up, right, and kind of forget about the other people that are around them.
But it's tough because I understand that, because me and my boy also, we like to record a little bit of songs here and there.
I'm trying to hear those.
Yeah, for real, man. And like we got this competitiveness to us, like we're always pushing each other. Yo, go hard, go hard. And then he always beats me. Like his bars are always harder. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck, bro?
This game fucking sucks.
Because he always makes me rap first. I'm like, you rap first, motherfucker. You're basing your raps off my rap.
Exactly.
You're one upping me.
No, but it's good to have that type of competition, but it's also good to be able to be like, yo, let's try to like, because honestly, to an extent, like not like. I think Will Smith said it. You have to see yourself as what you want people to see you as, and then they'll see you as that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we call ourselves like we're just like we're like one of the top ones in Ottawa. Yep. We're like we just always say it, right? And we're putting it out there like we are one of the top ones in Ottawa, and like it's just at some point we'll step out and it's like, yeah, they're one of the top ones in Ottawa, right? So it's just. Treating ourselves like that and treating everything like that.
So you've said that the talent pool here is pretty deep. Like it's deep. Do you collaborate? Do you hang out a lot with a lot of the same people that are creatives here? Yeah.
So luckily I met Quest from Dreamland, and then his studio spot is kind of like the real House of Ensemble that like existed before the House of Ensemble.
Yeah, the hub kind of. Yeah.
I'd go in. I met Cape, I met Tamal, I met just meeting a bunch of people through there, and then meeting them allows me to meet other artists that they work with. Like
plus they make music too and shit. Yeah.
They make music
Tamal
too.
makes music,
the I feel like the greatest part is when you just met someone and like someone just throws on a beat and you guys just start that's like a deeper like it's just
that's a connection,
bro. Like it's to an extent. It can be a little bit unhealthy because you don't want to leave. Yeah, you're just like, yo, I'm not taking a break. No, we'll take a break. let's just keep going. Like So I get to meet a bunch of people, a bunch of great artists like T Chandy, like
Shout out Quest.
Shout out Papa Quest. Shout out Chandy.
I thought Chandy was just a producer. Then he told me he rapped. I was like, oh shit, you rap? And then I saw his cipher on 60 Minutes. I have 16 bars for 60 seconds. And man,
you see him, and he's so like, he's very
and
then he's on the mic, and he's just like, it's like, bruh.
Shout out Soulful Poet too.
Soulful Poet.
Yes, man. Your voice is nuts.
Yeah, John wants to.
I like your voice, dude. It's aspy as fuck.
Yeah,
he just boy, bro. DJ Khaled looking.
Ottawa's DJ Khaled, bro.
Literally, got Johnny Cash and DJ Khaled on a track together. All right, let's talk about your album.
Okay.
Let's talk. We're at 40 minutes. Do you know
I know.
Damn,
we didn't start a timer, and time's just been flying by.
Oh, that's why you were pointing at my phone, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna
start
the timer 5 minutes in, but kind of just
why you looking at my phone, bro?
It's a vibe at this point.
Exactly. Yeah. Your intro to Who Am I?
Yeah.
You described it as like a send-off prayer message almost that your mother. I'm paraphrasing a lot of that. That she sent you off with when you came to Ottawa.
Yeah.
Explain just the importance of that. How long have you been sitting on that thing for? Like,
and just also, how does your mom being all the way in Nigeria, how does she feel about you pursuing music? Is she fully there behind you? Does she want you to get like a normal job? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what parents do, right? Like.
So
yes, they do. Yes, they motherfucking do. You have a podcast?
Trust.
but I've been sitting on it for a while, but I think that's very significant, and most immigrant parents and immigrant kids can relate to that because you get on even till now I get on the call with my mom before I go off, prayer. Yeah, right, and because she's very religious.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It goes deep. I remember being young, and my grandma, she'd be praying for she could pray easy for an hour.
All practice Muslim,
all Muslim. She sitting I was just like, how, bro? Like it's just how. And then she gets on the call. She obviously this is literally just the cycle of my family. She'll get on the call, and whenever she sees my face, she starts singing, and then towards the end, she prays. Yeah. Right. So leaving, I wanted to keep that aspect of my life in history. And that one way of doing that is putting it on Spotify and
making sure it's never gonna. Once it's online, it ain't never coming down.
Exactly, right? So reliving that scene at the airport where I was still hella confused, right?
13,
You're 13,
bro,
dog.
yeah.
He's probably like 16, considering how this guy's mind works.
I remember not even like crying. Like I just remember being like, "Oh, I'm going to Canada.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like." It kind of sucks. I remember. I still said. I remember I told my friends I was not coming back. Like 2 seconds before I got on the plane, like I just texted.
Damn.
I was like, "Yo, I'm not coming back." And then they're like,
"See y'all at Christmas, maybe."
I didn't even know how to I didn't even know how to comprehend that. I didn't know how to say like bye. I was just like I'm not coming back. This is it, right? So yeah, I remember my mom just being like, telling me the flight routes, telling me this, listen.
You flew alone?
Flew alone.
Oh.
Flew alone. Yeah. And then obviously praying, and then just remembering that's just like warm place for me, right? So
that's beautiful.
Very, very significant to every immigrant into my life.
So you did the album as like kind of an age per track, or like not age per track, but age progresses as it goes on. How old were you in that intro? Well, I guess it's not really you. How old were you mentally, like putting that together? Like where's that start? What age does the album start at? That's the question. That's what I wanted to fucking ask.
I mentally, I'll say physically. I started the album last like 2 years ago, so 18. So that was the intention we had. But then putting out the album, it started from when I was 13. So 13, and then I had New World, which is around when I was like 14. When I just got to a new school, I was kind of the different one out, but I was still
the new kid.
Yeah. I didn't have a major Nigerian accent, so like it kind of helped. I remember the one question, "You Nigerian? You don't have an accent?" And I'm like, "We speak English in Nigeria."
I would get the, "Oh, you sound so British." I was like, "All right, thank you."
Thanks.
Thanks for reminding me.
That's because of you.
But so yeah, New World was in that aspect.
And that's your favorite track on the album, right?
Yeah, bro.
Explain that. Just tell us why.
It sounds so classical, bro.
Yeah,
like it's a full composition. I like being able to be like, yo, I got like a full piece, like
that's like a quarter of the album, bro. Like that song's a 5. We're listening to it. It's like there's a 5-minute song.
Yeah.
I was like, isn't this album only 23 fucking minutes long? And there's 3 skits. Like
it's a full It's a full piece. I was like, yo, I needed this to hit home. I remember writing it, and I was like, this is gonna be a good like first song to say to people. And it started off as like almost like borderline country folk, because I'll play the beat for you guys after. It was just this guitar beat, and my sister heard it, and she was like, "Nah."
The progression at the end is insane, dude. It makes you want to like just like put your arms out in a circle and
it builds really nice. Around like you're right, it is.
Yeah. So like, if you guys looked at my face perform, that was my first time I ever performed it. I was so into it. I was like, "Yo, this is what I want to feel all the time." So then I had summertime. Summertime was when I turned 16, 17. And then my friends, were like, "Yeah, let's go turn up, let's go party."
And you don't smoke or drink, right?
I drink recreationally, don't smoke.
No?
Nice. My vocal cords, bro.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's a misconception with me as well, because Muslims are not supposed to drink here. Right. But back home, we did drink. And the translation, I remember talking to my family about it. The translation was, the reason it's there is because, like it said in the book, it's because when people drink and go out of control, they do things that they end up regretting, and usually not halal things, right? Yes. So when I'm drinking, I'm not trying to get wasted.
Yeah.
I'm drinking like I'm drinking
socially,
a Red Bull.
Just like, I get that.
Like, what's up?
You're not
like,
fucking shot.
You're not shirt off.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not like in summertime, I'm not walking around a party throwing up in people's shoes type vibe.
Yeah.
So summertime, that's when I met my friends, found out the smoking culture, found out the drinking culture, partying, and then
high
school, right? High school, grade 11-ish, and then grade 12 hit, and then I've been around my sisters for way too long. We're so mature, and
the maturity, darkness comes in. It's like darkness creeps into the summertime.
Maturity just bled in, and it was. I stopped having fun, like kind of, and I was like, this is a little bit too much, like at this point. But fuck it, we'll be around each other, whatever. And then I went to a coffee house, and then darkness sets in, right? So when I went to a coffee house and realized they still vibe with my voice here. I remember it was a cappella Bruno Mars, When I Was Your Man.
Wow.
There's a video. That's a good fucking track. There's a video on Facebook, guys. I'll find it, and I literally just sang it, and they were like, "You could sing what?" And then I just, darkness creeps in, and I had to kind of pull myself out of that slump and realize, oh, I'm actually aging, I'm growing, and then Who Are You came in, which is the time I started writing, which it's still like relative, because when I started writing, it was almost like, when you make one song, you think you're hot, right?
Oh yeah, bro. And that song's got a very deep meaning to it, and it's a very cool narrative that you did around it. Cool is such a dumb word. I should not have used there. A deep narrative. It's a very mature one too to have at like 18 years old. It's your conversation with music. I've heard what you explained it as, but they haven't. So can you just elaborate on that? So this is a super cool concept to me.
Okay, so it's a realization that music actually becomes an entity to you, right? And you as an artist have to understand the type of relationship you're gonna have with music. So in Who Are You, I was literally like standing and professing my love to music by writing and giving it time and ignoring my friends and whatever, right? And then
it was your main bitch.
Literally. And then I was like, where's the love back though? Like, I just released a track. Who's listening? And then the music was like, they don't know you yet. Like, I don't know you yet. Who do you think you are, right? And then towards the end where it breaks down, it's almost like you gotta hear what I'm talking about. You're supposed to put my name in the lights, put my face on the stands. Like let's like they're supposed to be singing my songs by now, right? So it's just deep ass conversation with realizing that music is actually an entity, and it can embody, and in your mind it can become a person. And this is just a deep conversation with it, and ending off with me asking music like, who are you? What's up? Like, are you actually gonna be here for me? Like, so and then everyone was the full reply to music when it asked me who I was in the first half. So first chorus is it's asking me who I am. Second chorus, I'm asking it who it is, right? So it's just stripped down.
It's
and then
fucking story, y'all. It's
a whole
top
story.
to bottom. It's a story.
Yes.
Go listen to it. Just do it.
Listen to the Who Am I EP.
Who Am I? That's exactly.
Stream that.
Your music video for Summertime.
Ooh, yeah.
How'd you worked with Quest, I imagine, as a producer before? Have you ever worked with him as a director before?
That was the first time. Actually, the director was my manager.
Your sister?
Yeah.
Hey, so he just shot it. She just shot it.
Quest was the main videographer and editor. And that was the first time I fully worked with him as a videographer, editor, and like just in a video capacity. I thought he was like a good producer already, but then like I was like, yo, what it like?
Dude, let me tell you something. When that music video started and you were behind the white wall, I was like, oh, cool, white wall. And then it pulled out and it was like grass and I was like, oh shit, that looked like they were in a studio.
I love the side shot.
Everything like so proper.
The main idea behind it was because Summertime, honestly, the first idea I had was like, all right, let's just throw a party and I'll just literally depict the whole story. And then the manager was like, nah, sister. She's like, nah, let's make him think a little bit. Let's be artsy and let's take care of our budget, right? So we decided, let's show the two emotions that you're feeling. So when I'm outside and moving around a lot, it's me being in the party life and just still moving around, but while spitting so much facts. So it's just like this version of myself just talking and saying, yo, I'm tired of this. And then when I'm inside and I'm just sitting, it's the sadness, right? And it's just me it's my inner thought. Like, am I supposed to be here? Like, what is happening? And then when I speak pidgin, that cut scene, it's just I had to put it in just like, to be Nigerian. So person Pekin just vomits for my shoe. So it's like someone's kid just stole from my shoes. Right, so it's like that's why.
Okay.
So that's pidgin English or broken English, but and then that was just kind of like for me. And then towards the end, it's almost like I'm walking away to like lighter pastures with the beautiful ass sunset. The sun came through for me. That was just like fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. The universe is looking out for me. So yeah. But it was a very like we like.
How long did it take you to shoot?
Took us like 5 hours.
Shit. That's not bad.
Yeah. 5 hours. It was supposed to be shorter.
Like it? Did you like it? Was it fun?
I loved it. I loved it. We had a little mix up. Shout out to Drip House Ottawa. We had a little mix up with a few people there. Ottawa's not used to music videos, so but they came clutch for us and helped us out. That scene, the backdrop scene, sick. And you guys should check out Drip House, bro. Have you been?
No.
What's today? Today's Saturday.
Yeah.
If you guys are not busy later on, go to Drip House. They have this thing called K-Dogs.
Okay.
Guaranteed, bro. I'm not even gonna you are gonna laugh.
We'll figure this over ourselves.
Yeah.
Drip House. Write that down.
Drip House Auto.
Yeah. Cool. Well, man, we've asked almost every single question.
Bro, how did you feel during the listening party when just like everyone started gathering around like from the neighborhood to just tune in, bro? Like that was sick. You had like a proper audience, bro.
I saw the random guy walk through.
Yeah. He like walks halfway down the driveway, turns around to go get more freezies.
I was
literally.
I was like, oh my God.
I looked at him. Like in my head, I was like, please don't mess up the performance while I'm singing. Please. And then he just walked past, and I was like, yes.
That's what I mean. You're singing. I'm like, oh my God. I'm side eyeing this guy. Like I can't imagine. Just see him cover out the back. Okay, I have one last question. It's a big one. What inspired you to go the personal route with this album? Rather than for a first album, making it as personal as you like, you couldn't possibly make this more personal. I thought it was a really cool thing, but what made you do that rather than perhaps make it a relatable one that all people can listen to and just vibe with, right? Where like it didn't have to tell a story, but you decided to go that route.
Whenever I make music, I always want intention in it, right? And then at the point I was in my life, it just felt like I had to fully define who I was, even for myself, right? So even when I was naming the song "Everyone," I was trying to the
album's called "Who Am I," bro.
Who am I? So the word like one of the lines is like the words I sing. They'll tell you where I've been, and they'll be my guide to the answers that I need, right? So I wrote the song before I even thought about what the full meaning was, and I was like, wait. Oh, damn, this is fascinating. So it's just having that, and then also one of the people I call him my part-time mentor, because like I don't like pay him to mentor me, but like when he's around, I'm like yo, it's Jamal Rogers. It's Jamal Rogers, right? So he was listening to some of my songs, and he's like, yeah, he's like, Kareem's good, but like I feel like he needs like we need something for people to attach themselves to, right? And I was like, okay, I just need to release more music that literally tells you what it is, right? So I went full intention and also explaining, yo, this is me.
Yeah, I mean, how else is the listener supposed to know who the artist is, right?
This is me. And
you laid it all out there, man.
It's J. Cole that always J. Cole, bro. J. Cole inspired that, like, having meaning within everything. Like, I think this guy, he was in the track with Moneybagg Yo. He was like, Moneybagg Yo was a trapper, bro. Ofty. No, not Ofty. Is it Ofty? No, Ofty is
It's the fuck, dude. No, I'm thinking the one with Jeezy. I know what song you're talking.
Me and that nigga named Moneybagg Yo was a lit cigarette. Yeah. Something like yeah. It's just it's a trap. It's a trap song, but he's still spitting knowledge. Yeah, right. So it's like I love that. I love being able to just give people that like little. Yeah. I'm gonna be one of those artists that does Easter eggs. Like The Weeknd too. Yeah. Just like, yo, this is an homage to this, and this is I love.
You can like with your guitar the guitar riff in the intro. You said it was from your first song.
It was from Cracked,
and you don't keep hearing that. You said too.
It was from Cracked, and at the end of Everyone.
Yeah,
whoa.
Yeah.
Same thing, right? So it's just
You just dropped a quick note, quick C note.
You already know.
A sharp.
Nice. Alrighty. Well, we're coming to the end of our time here.
Oh, damn.
I just wanted to say, man, when I think of you, especially after listening to the T. Chandy's track, what was that song?
Unleash.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
bro, like.
We have a proposition for you.
Like royalty, king shit is the vibe I get from you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you need a black fur coat.
Yeah, dog. Like you're fucking Mufasa, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's your next show should be black fur coat, no shirt on underneath it. Like that type of bullshit.
All right, I'm gonna fix that.
8 rings, 9 chains, bro. Like
I'm gonna fix the summer body and then flex. That's what it's gonna be.
No, dude, that was a powerful song. You sound
Unleash. I remember.
Yeah, that was a sick song.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, yo, I'm gonna set up the pace for I'm gonna show you guys. Don't worry.
Nice.
Like it was like that, you know.
I got this.
So excited for your future stuff too.
Yeah. Tell us what's coming. I know you just dropped your first debut album. Who might go look at it right now?
Okay, so next thing coming up is I'm going back to the roots. I was listening to Burna Boy just dropped Twice as Tall. God, like this guy, bro.
Diddy's pushing. He was
pushing
co-signing that album, bro. You know.
Album
growing
of
up,
the year.
That's what he's screaming.
I knew Burna Boy, knew who he was.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But then
wait, as an artist or like you actually?
No, as an artist. As an artist. I wish I knew him personally. Oh my god. But as an artist,
I wouldn't be here right now, bro.
You think I'd be sitting here talking to you if I knew Burna Boy from childhood?
Yeah. But just like I knew as an artist who he was, right? Yeah. And I never quite understood
because he was always booming back at home and shit. Yeah.
He actually had like he's Nigerian, bro.
Nigerian,
full Nigerian, bro. So like, he had a little like colored past, so he couldn't leave the country. And then as soon as his parole was up, this guy, bro, Grammys, BET, like he hasn't stopped, and it's just to me, it's just like
he's the Drake of
this planning.
This
planning is insane, right? So I'm going back to the roots, and I'm Burna Boy inspired and Brymo inspired as well. Brymo is he's a very rooted Nigerian artist as well. I'll show you his profile. He's very calm and very experimental, and he has a beautiful voice, bro. So I'm going back to that aspect.
Is Wizkid from Nigeria?
Wizkid's Nigerian. I saw Wizkid live when he was.
His come up has also been insane, bro.
I saw him live. He's such a short man, but he's a giant too. Yeah. He's an African giant too. So it's sick.
Dog.
I'm in the path I'm going towards. I'm trying to be one of them giants too. So
let's go, bro.
Yeah, using the native speak to protest right now. That's what's gonna be the next move.
So
nice, bro.
That's awesome, man.
There's always got to be a message in the music.
Exactly.
Got to move with that meaning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where can we find you?
You can find me on IG at KAR33M Music, Kareem Music, same thing as Twitter, and on Facebook as Kareem1. And then on YouTube as Kareem, Spotify as Kareem, that is KAR33M. And subscribe, listen through. I'm on any.
Give any shout outs to family, friends.
Shout out to
any people that contributed on the album.
Yeah,
anyone
shout
that
out
helped
to
you along the way.
Shout out to Zainab Muse, Loretta Muse, my sisters. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my little sister as well. Shout out to the Soulful Poet, Quest. Shout out to T Chandy, D-Lad as well.
I just realized now T Chandy was the guy we met at the listening party.
You just realized?
Yeah, like, and because we heard the song yesterday, and I'm when he put in the dots, like, oh shit, that's that T Chandy.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah. Shout out to Chandy. Shout out to D-Lad. Shout out to KL Studios. You guys should talk to KL Studios soon. He's an amazing videographer as well. He's on his come up. He's blowing up. He's definitely gonna be filming movies soon. And then if I miss anybody, shout out to my girlfriend.
Word.
Yeah, great support system, man. She's amazing. And thank you to everyone who listened, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You heard it here, guys.
And shout out to you guys, bro.
Shout out to you guys,
Thank
bro.
you for coming, joining us today, man. This is great.
Of course.
Who am I?
Live
now on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, whatever it may be.
Anything.
Go run it up.
Audio Mac
Kareem,
even.
Man.
Let's go. Deezer.
Yes.
All of it. Thank you very much, man. It's been a pleasure. Look forward to talking to you soon.
What's up?
Peace. Guys, thanks for tuning in.
Get down, stay down. To the beat.